inherent value in honesty because it is the House recognizes the witnesses in sensitive inquiries may face threats. Intimidation who provide vital information are shielded from prosecution related to their testimonies. In line with the provisions of republics that we act transparently and uphold the principles of democracy. Says the authority of the Senate to investigate the details of the implementation for proper courtesy and lack of impartiality by a member of the subcommittee. In particular, it demonstrates disregard to existing rules and processes, but also at the very least, he should have inhibited from the proceedings and instead offered himself as a resource person so as not to influence squad whose existence was confirmed under oath by former President Duterte, investigated the same. If you would ask me, it is as if the Honorable Senate problems that necessitate immediate solution. In doing so, we also want to, as a member of the Senate, instead of resorting to other means so as to discredit.
For today's hearing, Honorable Jonathan Keith Flores, Honorable Gabriel Bordado, Honorable Johnny Pimentel, Senior Attorney Luis Anthony K. Warren, Attorney Darius M. Canulas. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Assistant Director Glenn Ricarte, Assistant Regional Director Ferdinand Lavin, Attorney Ross Jonathan Galicia, Attorney John Mark Santiago, Special Police Brigadier General Elias Mata, the Director of the PIDEG, and from the non-government agencies, Cristina Pascual, Marian Erorita, Salvacion Ramos, Shira Escudero, Rowena Morales, Norma Lopez, Marilu Modisto, and Teresita Adrias. And of course, we have with us the Advocates for Human Rights, led by the missionary Rebecca Lawson and Deaconess Robilin Litao. Also from Program Paghilom, we have its Executive Director, Father Flavi L. Villanueva, SVD, Mr. Randy De Los Santos, a witness, Ms. Arsenia Chico, also a witness, Tesam Castillo, and Elizabeth Campo. From the Bureau of Corrections, we have with us Mr. Ian Jake S. Harabe and Senior Superintendent Garcia, Police Major General Felipe Natividad, Police Colonel Loie D. Jonglay, and those from the CITG, Police Colonel Serafin Petalio, Police Lieutenant Colonel Chetadel Carandong Gayran, Police Lieutenant Colonel Marcelino Basconilio Pipo Jr., Police Lieutenant Colonel Raycon Lalaan Garduque, PSMS Deborah Cruz, Senior Superintendent Gayran, and Senior Superintendent, Police Superintendent Joseph Reyes Arguelles, and Police Superintendent Judy Lopez. And from former government officials, we have Mr. Wilkins M. Villanueva, the former Police PS de Lima, and Police Colonel Edelberto Leonardo Inido. We also have with us Mr. Carlos Conde, the Philippine researcher of the International Human Rights Watch. Miss Rose Nonolin. Andito na, Rose Nonolin.
Mr. Chair,
Miss Rose
Mr. Chair,
Nonolin.
can those,
May I ask first, Congressman Abante, to let us allow the. Do you still have a lot of names to acknowledge, Comsec?
No more, Mr.
No more.
Chair.
Okay, sige. Okay, thank you, Congressman
can they
Abante.
just sit right there in the witness chair, those that have been called?
Ibigay mo kay Sir.
Front because of the number of resource persons we invited today, it seems that the whole room is too small for our guests. So, do you have anyone in particular, Congressman Abante, that you would like to see face to face?
For example, Miss Roslyn is here, and I don't see her.
Miss
Roslyn.
Roslyn, are you here? Are you present?
No.
Can you take the seat in front of Congressman Abante?
We have with us Attorney Dexter Lopez from Tagum, also a human rights advocate, and Mr. Sunny Buenaventura.
Okay. So, thank you, Comsec. So, we will now proceed hearing ng QUADCOM. Medyo pagpasensyahan niyo na po na medyo baka matagal-tagalan po tayo ngayon sa dami po ng ating naimbitahan. And we will try our best to really be able to ask you questions in the hearing for today. So,
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
okay, Congressman Fernandez and then Congressman Abante.
I was trying to look at the names that are being mentioned by the COMSEC, and I think he is in the last 2 pages. Actually, minomonitor ko po yung mga binabanggit niya. And tong sila other key personalities and yung mga minention din ni Colonel Garma are not yet mentioned yet. So, will you kindly finish your mentioning of all those resource persons who are present today?
Yes, sir. Those I read are the ones present, but we invited a lot of personalities. Yes, it's in the
So, in other words,
admin
you are
matters.
done.
I think will be tackled by
Yeah,
during the admin matters.
thank you. All right.
Okay,
Mr.
thank you.
Chair.
Yes, Congressman Abante.
Kaya ko po binanggit si Miss Roslyn, tinatanong po sa akin ni Congressman Fernandez kung nasan siya.
Okay.
Andun, nasa harapan na po siya, makikita mo.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Abante. Now, we will proceed with the admin matters, and with that, may we call on Congressman Paduano. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before we proceed with the matters on all invitees, Mr. Chairman, with regards to documents being requested and ordered by this honorable committee, particularly number 1, the DOJ, for the DOJ, conduct and submit to the Joint Committee an investigation against PNP personnel who were involved in the killing of the late Mayor Rolando Espinosa, and the remarks as of now is ongoing. Can we get some updates on this from the NBI and DOJ, Mr. Chairman, with regards to
Extrajudicial killings that happened, and they will submit to us an update, a progress report as to how far the Department of Justice has gone in the investigation.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman. For the names of provinces and or areas with AGK-related drugs, anyway, I have talked with DG Lasso. Ang problema po, nahirapan silang kumuha ng record, so ongoing to. But I instructed the Lola that the DIDM should have 22 and now, and all other documents that was requested last hearing, that was October 22, was already submitted to the COMSEC, Mr. Chairman. As of, I have just received a document coming from the Legal Affairs Department of the House of Representatives with regards to possible application of granting of legislative immunity to the members, to the witnesses deferred on the later part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman.
That's
So move, Mr.
noted.
Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, let's go with the invitations. Now, I have with Muking Espino, Mr. Chairman.
Muking Espino and Julie Seconded. Are there any
Seconded, yeah.
objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
And I would like to inform the COMSEC, Mr. Chairman, through the chairman, that the address supposedly to send invitation for Ms. Muking Espino should be in the city government of Davao, because Muking Espino is employed in the said local government unit, Mr. Chairman.
COMSEC, please take note of the address of Ms. Ermina Espino.
We have also been partner of Mr. Len Wishong, and informing this committee that Mr. Len Wishong is currently out of the country and will not be able to attend the hearing today, while Ms. Rose Nunulin, the spouse of Mr. Len Wishong, is also present today. Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next is the letter coming from Ms. Attorney Carpio. Requesting to be excused on today's hearing because of no ample time to prepare and study the nature, purpose, and scope, and is requesting 4 copies. Mr. Chairman, with this, Mr. Chairman, I move that we defer discussion on this letter sent to us by Mr. Mans Castro to be discussed, Carpio, to be discussed on the later part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman. With regards to the documents being requested by Mr. Carpio, Mr. Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion as stated. Any second? Duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
And we have received a copy of a letter coming from the former Commissioner Faildon. It's present, I think I've seen
Yes,
Faildon.
former Commissioner
Yeah.
Faildon is present.
Mr. Chairman, since he's present in today's hearing, we'll just ask him about the content of his letter in the later part when the time of former Commissioner, Ms. Ruina Garma. Mr. Chairman, just for the record, Mr. Chairman, and if the committee would want to discuss about it, we will discuss this in the later part of this hearing, Mr. Chairman. And lastly, third to the last na po, Mr. Chairman, we have received a copy, a letter coming from the former retired Police Senior Superintendent Eduardo Arceto. As for my knowledge, he is with our meeting today's hearing through Zoom, Mr. Chairman.
We have extended an invitation to the former Colonel Acerto, who is now in Zoom. And
The good Colonel Grijaldo is present. We will just ask the lawyer later, Mr. Chairman. And his official entry of appearance in today's hearing. Now, now lastly, Mr. Chairman, just a while ago, we have received now
Mr. Chair.
of coming from the lawyer himself, and at the same time, only attach medical certificates without a letter from Colonel Grijaldo, Mr. Chairman. And lastly, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair,
yeah,
just on the topic of Colonel Hector Grijaldo, I was going through the pages that were sent regarding his absence. Nakikita ko po dito sa kanyang patients first. Apparently, this is a medical explanation kung why he is not here, because he's suffering from shoulder pain. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, there is no date indicated in the prescription letter. Other than that, on another page of his medical certificate, again, there is no date mentioned in his. So, I would just like to find out, Mr. Chair, is this verified and true?
maybe we can ask his lawyer, Your Honor. We will defer the discussion on the matter.
I noticed when I was going through the documents. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
DSJJ.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Well, dapat hindi na po ako magsasalita about this because he mentioned our name in the affidavit that he testified in the Senate. And accordingly, when I